Hello, and welcome. I'm trying to get you just right. Haha. This is Joanna the Jewel Design, and we are here today on this lovely late Monday, Merry Monday. I thought I'd do a little Merry Monday ordeal since we are working on a Christmas concept, and we are going to be working on Christmas ephemera. I thought I'd pick a few of these. This was last video, which I think was on Thursday. God, I hope it wasn't Tuesday. I don't know, last week. I know I haven't been here. I think it's been a little bit of a gap. I didn't get a Saturday done. I think this was Thursday. This was a quick Thursday project, was how we used digitals and folded and cut, or didn't cut actually, non-trim, folded up, used papers that are digital that went into an unusual size. But this way nothing is wasted, everything is used, and makes a great signature with papers that you have that you've printed and do not want to waste. So that was Thursday. Didn't get to a weekend, so sorry. My mojo's been a little bleh. This is a great project. I did have a few moments here and there. I was on the phone with somebody, and so, I added something to the top here because we knew, we had to do something. I just couldn't remember if we were going to do something like this. So I went for the glitter. I went for the goodies. I had some fussy cuts that we cut it out. So December 25th, Christmas Day, do not open till the 25th, which is sort of fitting if we do put this in here. Our signature at the end does sort of land on Merry Christmas with a write out about, your Christmas Day, if you want to make this somewhat December daily-ish. But I think we are going to still add a bag ephemera piece to this instead of a doily. So we'll have to decide where that fits best. Like that gives us a full page. So maybe something like here is another unusual size. Because that's a fold down, that's a writing, that's a lot, but it's a full front and back. So anyway, I do have a cute bag idea to use as an insert and how to decorate it. So at some point, I will either just show you what we did, because I have a lot of inking and folding and gluing to do on this one. It's not folded, but I've got to glue things down after they're all inked and get that signature situated. So that is another day, another dollar. So I did find all my ephemera. I went ahead and printed out my large journal cards, which are in some ways small, but because of how tight the pockets are, we get to just tuck them down as far as we want. Now today we are using pre-cut or pre-designed, pre-decorated ephemera, right? I backed them on with one of the papers. We need to ink it. There is something already decorated on it, so you can either stickle, layer, tweak where there isn't anything. My goal is to sort of decorate what is sticking out of the pocket so you see it and it's all pretty. What gets sort of tucked in, we're not going to be as elaborate. Maybe some flat lace or some stickles, so when you pull it out, it's pretty and glittery. But a majority of decorating these guys are going to be where it's above the pocket line, because that's what you see. I love always decorating the bottom, and then I'm like sticking it in a pocket and it's getting ruined. You can't see it. I'm like, why are you wasting it when, then you have all this blank stuff up here and it's not very, it's not very pretty. So I have my small cards, I have my medium to large cards. These are my 4 up, these are my 6 up in my digital kits. Now this is already here, so we may want to add a little something, some stickle, maybe do a word. Some of these need a lot, some of these need a little, maybe something more down the side. But we're going to, utilize it. And we are trying to use up as much of the Santa side of it all. I have all these beautiful things that we didn't get to see on the pages. We get to use in the journal cards. So this bottom pocket has 2. The middle one has 2. Next one up has 2. It has a double journal card, right? A journal tag, I guess. You can write that across the whole thing. So we will only decorate one side. The back will just stay simple. Maybe a little, I can see a little lace going down here on the bottom. Okay, and then another journal card. So both sides are sort of matchy. 2 journal cards, journal card and double tag, large tag journal in the back. And then we do have 2 more pockets. I know for sure we're putting one Christmas Santa letter back here. I have to still print them. I just don't know if we're doing anything in this middle one. Ooh, I got caught. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Well, I was debating on it anyways, and now I'm almost wondering if I'm just going to glue it down. And we lose that pocket altogether, because I just caught that one. I didn't realize it was glued down right there. I mean, I can make it shorter. No one says it has to go all the way down. But we do have another pocket back here that right now I don't have anything to put in it. So I have to decide whether we're going to put something in there or whether we're, narrow. Whoopsie. Or whether I'm just going to maybe close it up. Close it up and put some, because we were debating on, remember, putting some paper over it to stick. Doing some paper And I didn't catch the fact that I caught that beautiful little guy in there. So that's going to have to be, yeah, definitely a more narrow. But you're not going to really see what's behind there because of the tag in the front. So I'm really tempted to do something continuation almost of this. But it is bagged. Oh, you do see the red dots behind it. So maybe we'll just leave it. I don't know. We'll see. I may just leave it alone. And if you see it and you happen to find something to tuck in there, great. If not, it's just sort of a light tab, light little hidden pocket. But yes, the mojo has been a little lackluster after Thursday's signature, which I thought would be quick and easy. Still took me 56 minutes because I couldn't help but get through all of it. It's taking me a beat to get to this. So I have hordes of things. I've got fussy cuts here. We have all the like laces and trims, and I mean, I have this, which I love. It's a little bright on the green side, and it is a little big. These are the bigger ones. We had this white one and the red one, right, that I got from Michael's way back when. And what we have for sale, I think, is just a little bit of white, the smaller white stuff in the stock. I have one or two of those left. Otherwise, it's pink and mint. So if you have a different kit like my new one, the new kit, the pink and mint mini pom-poms would be great on that. So yes, and if you're watching me and you've been waiting, I believe my fabric to my pink vintage Christmas kit shows up Wednesday. So if you asked for a pre-order on that one, I will reach out to you via Etsy. I believe a number of you so far have purchased for me who wanted it. And we will talk purchasing of fabric. I am so stoked about that one. And then what's left over will get listed. So we will touch base on that again later. If I have anything left over, I will definitely show you guys. I think I did a quick video not that long ago about that. So what is that? Sorry, I saw something. It's a cardstock. Oh, that's cute. Oh yeah, and pressboard. It was one of my, I did a number of, I don't know what it was on for. I was like, huh, it's cute though. I don't know where I put it. It's a little thick, but it's a great little bookmark though for the new. That might be a cute bookmark for the new signature. All right, like I said, I'm a little all over the board. So this may or may not be a great Merry Monday, but we are decorating. We are decorating. And look, I was trying to see where my cuts and stuff were. We are decorating ephemera. So I'm thinking this one's sort of bland. We need some up here. I hate to do them side by side, but this one if it stacks like here, I don't know if I want to go down the side with it, but I mean, it can sit inside it. So I feel we need a word here. We need some lace here for sure. Some lace down the side, a word here. Needs to be, I wonder if I want to flip those around. But they all sort of need like a word and lace. Like, I feel like that's what these are. Like, word and laces is definitely this. Now, this one, we know there's a lot of writing space on this one, and I hate to sort of use it up. I may want to leave it alone. So it could just be a word or extra lace on the outside of that one. I feel words, and I have them. I do have a set of gorgeous vertical Christmas words. Christmas, yeah. We have holly. I don't know how good I don't have them all cut up. I'm like, please tell me I have some. Santa. These are my vintage vertical Christmas words. We do have them in the digital shop. I don't know. I think I have actually in the, what's it's called? The other side, the Design Journal and Supply. I believe I have A Reason for the Season, pink Christmas type words, pink, mint, blue. And I think one of these vintage sets available at the moment, printed, ready to go. So if you don't have a printer, you know, I try to help you guys out and give you the ability to obtain some of these things printed out for you. I put them on cardstock. I cut them into strips so they're easy to oh, that's a backwards one. So it makes it easy to store, and then you just cut off what you need when you need it. So I am trying to pull out all of my Christmas words because I have a feeling I'm going to need them all. We have lots of wording. I think this is going to be a very heavy worded, and hopefully it'll hit like something where as you're doing your memory keeping, you'll be like, oh, I love that word. That fits perfectly for that memory that I want. So, yeah, I have a lot of red right now at home with, that's not the one. There we go. I was going to say, I do have front and back, don't I? Oh, yeah. I was like, why do I have, so there we go. This is the actual, I ended up changing up something. And so if it's not cut perfectly, it's because it's the wrong size. Side. I had a few things that I was tweaking with, and so... And sometimes I get to keep something that's a little different from what you guys see because I messed with it too many times. All right, so that's a good set. We have a lot of red-based ones. I'm shocked I don't have a lot of green. I don't have a lot of green. I must use green ones a lot in previous ones, which is okay. Usually I have both red and green framed. And the fact that these are, oh, there's one. Well, they're almost all red. How funny is that? I must use the green ones a lot. I must just grab it and see the word and don't even think about the color, like the base. Oh, well, then it's time to use some red ones. All right, there we go. So I'm pulling out of my jar of vertical words. I cut them all down to individuals because I need to fit them in here, and I don't have room. My mother has a beautiful cart set up off the edge of her craft cart. She has all of her words on the binder clips and hanging off the side so she can see them all at a glance until they're down to bare minimum, and then she, goes from there. So, okay. So I definitely feel there's a lot of, I love Noel. Let's see, Christmas and presents, berries, Santa. I know, we were thinking, see, this one needs a horizontal one. I don't know if I have any horizontal. I'm thinking like a horizontal should be up here. You definitely need a red or green down the believe Christmas. I like the one for Christmas. Since it's on the second side, it's on the other side of the ordeal. We'll do Christmas on that one. Comfort, Mary, faith, stockings. Well, it is a little girl. I guess I could go Christmas again, which is on this side, but I don't want to twas, like twas the night before. That's actually a little big. Then again, we're working on the back. Twas isn't twas the night. That might work. I like that one, actually. Okay. So I know there's vertical words, but I bet you 10 to 1 I also have horizontal words. Do I have them in here properly? That's what I don't know. I may not have horizontal Christmas words actually cut out. Isn't that funny? I know, I want to say I do have horizontal words printed for you guys and all that jazz. And if I do, I wonder if they're stuck in the Christmas box, which I don't have time to look for those. You guys are going to get bored real fast and go, come on, woman. I have dictionary. Ooh, I have dictionary pages, though. Hold on. Oh, I love my dictionary ones. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, guys, the amount of fussy cuts that I have everywhere is ridiculous. Okay, so those are stickers, which those, I don't know where those came from, but those might look nice. Oh, since they have the same feel as this kit. But then I have my dictionary words. What was I? Oh, for up here. Faith. We have silence, or silently, silentness. Silence in red, which matches his thing really well. There's faith, which works nicely. Faith in Santa. Oh, I like that one, actually. I like that. Okay. See, I'm finding things. We're getting there. I figure that's what today is. It was the Merry Monday of decor. I have circles. I have cute little extra cutouts. These are all the things that were provided in the original kit. They're a little big. As we get into the journal, the larger tags, those will be great. I'm trying to see if any of these stickery vintage, somebody had these as a kit that I must have bought. I could cut that down and go with it. It's another layer of the, make sure you can't see what I'm doing, can you? I didn't want to cut anything off, but I feel like, yep, I need to move it. Otherwise, you just can't see what I'm doing, can you? There is a poinsettia here. I can cut it down a little bit and try to make it an extension of with the word faith, but maybe not. I like him though, but I like it actually more over here. So we have this down here. So I think that is actually going to be the better fit. I have a stamp. Let's see. No, stamps are a little light, which is not bad, but I don't know what to do with them. I love the word, but then we definitely have to do something more like a belly band across here. That's going to take this up. Now, this is a lot of beautiful writing space, but doesn't mean I actually want the writing space. So that's there. We have him overlapping here. You want to make sure that things are well adjusted. Too many things, too many options, too many everything, right? I hate when we're working on multitudes, which I have a feeling the way we're doing this is that they're all going to have a similar feel. We're doing slightly mass decorate here. I'm off the page a second, sorry. I'm cutting off the unnecessary white stuff right now so that we can deal with just the... Alright, so there's her. And then we're going to do this. We know it's going to twas. So some red might be... Actually, where's my new green? Let's see the green, where this green might work. I love this stuff. It's super pretty. It's a little blue, but... I said I have it in red too. That's where the green there. This one's just a little different than what's in the shop. But it was not an allotment that I liked, and I wanted to get you guys have more of it for sale. So I went and got the red version that matches this green one. See, I still really wanted to do it down the side. Hold on. I know. Messes. Ugh. That one would be pretty simple. I have a feeling this one is just going to require this, and I'm not going to do too much more to it. I just want that to sort of stick out. I'm actually thinking do a little red down the edges, since we've got red and green on that ordeal. I mean, I have other things to layer it with, but I'm thinking, unless I put a little bit of a snow mesh or something behind it for a little bit of oomph, that's all I think I'm going to do with that one, is just do a little bit of something behind it for texture, but I am not going crazy with it because I really don't think that's the white one. Okay. Sorry, I'm finding my little scrap pieces, which are usually perfect for something like this. Oh, that's my snowflake one, huh? But it's at an angle. It's actually seashell or snowflake. You could go either way with it. But I was just thinking we just do something like this, maybe. It is a little bumpy, but put it down, offset it, give us a little bit of something. I have bright green actually, too, if I just really wanted to go off to the side of it. But how are we all doing? I hope you have your mojo. Hope you're doing well. Like I said, I don't know. I'm struggling a little bit today too, but we'll probably by the time I get to the end of this, I'll be great and you'll be like, oh. But hopefully it inspires just enough. I had a bigger piece of green. Not bigger, but it's just a tiny little swatch, which that works too. I mean, you can go, well, yeah, not really. Not really. Nope, let's just stick to it with that. All right, gotta get things upside down. It's one of those, don't think about it, just do it. Right, here we go again. Trying to decor. Now when I'm done with this piece, I just realized all of these need to be inked. And probably keep it vintage, old world, vintage photo. Just because a lot of these do have a lighter brown edges to them, and the paper in the background has a lot of that to it. So I feel like we can get away with the vintage photo concept. So there we go. We're going to... I know there's a straight edge on this one, and I'm trying to make sure I got the straight edge, and that way the rest of it's at an angle up underneath. Now I could bunch it a little bit. I mean, it's already sort of bumpy, being the fact that it is snow mesh, so I don't really need to gather it too much because it will make it bumpy. It'll make it bumpy. Bumpy may not be a good thing. Now let's get some on the back of here. So this is just a light piece, being the fact that we are, there we go. Ta-da! Let's do this. So just a little something to give that middle green area a little more personality. It's light, it's airy. I mean, it is light. It's not super obvious. Really isn't. Just a little bit of snow, a little bit of, it's just actually helping enhance the texture in the ribbon that's scanned in. That's what I do. Yeah, so I'm wearing an orange sweater while I'm working on a Christmas project. Of course, why not, right? It's been very weird here. We've been very muggy. Finally got the heat to go away, which was great. But we are now getting foggy, but muggy. Like low to mid 70s and foggy. You would think maybe cool out, and it's not. We go outside and we're like, ew. I'm actually warm in the garage right now, but I know last time I had a lot of fans on, you could hear it, and I'm sorry about that. But there was no other way I think I could do the video at that time. So earlier in the week, it was definitely not doable last week. So to do it any other way, There was no other way to do it if I want to do any videos. I do have 2 cute ideas that are non-holiday-ish. I sort of upcycling, recycling journal cover type concept. So I just got to figure out how to put it together. I have an idea. So that might be a nice, if I can get that actually laid out tutorial-ish. We have a cute mini journal idea. Great for Christmas gift ideas, but not Christmas based. They're not themed or for any of the holidays. They're more like you would make them as a gift that you would give to someone during the, for the holidays, but as a gift for everyday use. So anyway, that might be, if I can get it together, be the next actual ordeal. So that one is simple. It's just inked. It leaves all this room to write on. It leaves plenty on the back. It says Christmas, and we can tuck it in and it's not in the way. Now, you need more. You need more than just a word. And I wanted to go down the side with it. I've got to find my laces, but feel like I need a light creamy lace. I just don't know if I want to go really old world with train of thought with coarse crocheted, or whether we want, because he is definitely not so much always a fancy, right? Fancy may not work. And that's not the right green. No, that's not even the right green. I love that green, but it is and it isn't. Like, it fits this side, or these guys, but in some of the evergreen, but not all of those. So there is some flecks of snow in here, and I could do that to enhance it. Our snow mesh. We love our snow mesh, especially this time of year. It's just so, it's fun in the spring to use it too. It definitely is. I have so many beautiful colors. I meant to show that off today. We do have a new raspberry color snow mesh. I don't know if it may not be in the shop by the time you see this today. It's something that I don't have. I'm trying to get good enough light. With the fog, it's a little hard. I'm gonna have to get better light so that I can actually get photos of it. Because it's a gorgeous color. It's a dark raspberry burgundy, not dark burgundy, but dark raspberry to burgundy color. It could go with this, but it's not so overall. It doesn't go red like this or maroon. It has more of a raspberry pink to it. Great for all times of year. When we, like, my cozy winter is sort of that cranberry raspberry color and dark teal, and it would be beautiful with that. So yeah, so I could always pause and go grab it, but it will be in the shop within the next day or so. I have a bunch of things to put in the shop actually later today. So while this is uploading for your 3 o'clock hopefully viewing, or 3:30 or whatever it comes up. Nope, I don't like that. I'm hoping to get that up too for you guys. Wouldn't that be great? I need lace. You have it, but I put it all away because of whatever we were doing last, and I'm like, well, that was dumb. That wasn't my smartest move when I need all my laces still. Where's my big crochet lace? I'm like, where is my crochet? I think this is going to be our go-to, because I can't help myself. It's thin, it's light, it's airy. I don't have a lot of thin. I'm getting a good collection of thick stuff lately. You don't always want to cut that down. Yeah, it's cream-ish, but it's really wide, and that'd be more of a cluster behind something. That is the wrong green. That is our sagey mint green, which messy. It's all falling apart. Well, we did a lot with that altered book, so I have used so many things, and yet nothing at all, right? How about the red? Well, okay, this isn't going as planned. It's burgundy, which almost, actually, that would be really pretty with that. But, really pretty with that, but, see, it's not the red from everything else. This one happens to be a little different than the rest. So, what if we just did a strip of it? Because the Faith is that burgundy maroon, and this is a dark. I could very randomly even maybe bunch it up a little bit and cluster it on here because it is above. It's not going to get in the way of anything. This little guy isn't going to get seriously in the way. It's getting windy outside, and yet it's super... I keep waiting to see if we're going to get more rain. They did say... Well, there was a tentative Tuesday, Wednesday. I totally forgot about it at the time it's flown by from last week's. Then I'm like, oh, we're back to that again, aren't we? So we could. I mean, I might be getting more rain. Who knows? It's only Monday, but... What if we just did a little bit of gathering? Not too much. Anything can be easily pressed down on. And if need be, I guess I could go in there with the shears and cut some stuff off if it was really annoying me. Let's do that. I think we're going to go off to the edge. I think we're going to keep going. I'm going to let it go off this one side. Just a little bit. Get my fingers out of there. I know better. Glue sticks to your fingers, but doesn't stick to the silicone. So it's best to get your fingers out of there. Give that a second to dry. Don't mind me. I'm like, do. I feel like it's a little too flat edged. I know it's gluing down, but let's see if I can get a little bit of it up. There we go. So it's not super straight. It's one thing when it's on the edge of the thing, you can cut a nice clean line, but when it's just sort of floating there, get the proper scissors. Trying to keep using my paper scissors on the... I forgot to ink any of that, but all right. So I wasn't expecting that, but it does go beautifully with that card. It goes beautifully with that card. I love it. Let's get the glue back on here. Get my ink in here. So it is a joy that when you get a digital kit, you know, we try to provide you with, you know, decorative journal cards, tags, and other gadget stuff that really is beautiful on its own. We sometimes give you some writing space on it or somewhere to decorate. Sometimes we take up the whole thing, and all you have to do is back it, and you have a beautiful journal card to tuck in. Just keep in mind that, yeah, we do ask that you alter it a little bit, whether it's, you know, inking and cornering and trying to make it a little bit your own, that you never do a full journal or ephemera kit or ephemera set that is just printing and cutting out our pages or ephemera and then selling it. We always ask that you do a little something to it. Give it the love that it deserves. You know, whether it's stickling, whether it's a thin layer, it's a word, little cluster, something. I feel like something should be here, but I don't know with the bell up there what it would be. So right now, until I come across something, we're going to put this here. It is burgundy compared to the reddish raspberry color that I've got. And it's not even perfect red. Like, that's red. And there's some red in here, but, you know, I don't know if these were... No, the journal cards are the right color. All the ephemera is exactly from the kit, when the papers might have been off. So, yeah, I have a little burgundy if you think about it in the kit. Who knew? Okay, now, I just covered up everything. There we go. So this guy, which goes in that over that burgundy one, needs a little red on the edges of our little, or Noel, right? Our Santa. But hope you're all doing well. You have your creative juices going, and if it's not in journaling, then what else are you doing? Are we decorating? Are we finding another habit? I mean, I spent a lot of the weekend actually diamond painting. I couldn't get myself to do anything else, so I reinstalled my Hallmark app, right? Looking for fall inspiration, I guess, or fall love. Not in that sense, but just like, I don't know, yummy, heartwarming, whatever. And so I was watching a lot of Hallmark and doing a lot of diamond painting. I have a floral piece that's huge, 28 by 36 inches, that I thought, well, I better get a little bit more done before I put it away. Because I think sometime in November, I think I'll put it away because I have a lovely, I wouldn't say gorgeous, 1,000-piece snowman puzzle that I so want to work on in November into December and see if I can get it done in 2 months. Haha. I'm all, my diamond paintings take me forever. I don't either sit down and do them like day in and day out, or I can't get to them at all for hours. So, I am fussy cutting this over here. Sorry, I probably shouldn't, but I just all these little pieces. I hate to have all these little pieces I have to remove. Actually, where did my itty bitty scissors go? I had itty bitty. Oh, there they go. I had itty bitty not file folder. Fussy cut scissors, which are supposed to help. They help, but I feel like I don't know if I get any tighter than I do with anything else. I still use the back side. I don't use the tip of any scissors for some reason. I rarely use the tip of something unless I know for sure it's a tiny angle that I'm trying to get into. Like if I'm trying to do a nice clean cut into a corner. I mean, I can, but I don't think I have as much control, or I don't get it as tight. I don't think it's as sharp. I don't know why. Why I feel way back here works for me. Sometimes I wonder, being though I'm left-handed, that I cut right-handed, that I have very odd habits, right? I'm like, do I cut weird because I am using my right hand, which makes sense, but to me, but I'm left-handed in general, so who knows. Precision with scissors is interesting. You know, I draw with my rights, I mean with my left and stuff, so, but for a while there I learned to do a lot of tracing and technically a type of drawing in my computer programs with my right hand because the mouse was right. I had hurt my shoulder when I first started working at the newspaper, and I actually had flipped my mouse to my left side, and it flipped everyone out because I couldn't use my right shoulder. It was just doing this all day just hurt, having it supported. So I moved things over to my left. Even though it was a little backwards in general, I was using my mouse on my left side, and people would come to my desk to, you know, work on something or do whatever, and they would be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what? Using the mouse on the left side. Isn't that weird? Well, I am left-handed. It's, you know, but no, I've learned over the last 20 plus years that, gosh, 25 years, to do a lot of basics, tracing and shadow work and some illustration to a point with my right hand because the mouses are on the right. My daughter uses a sketch pad and a stylus for her stuff, being left-handed, so she does draw left-handed and basic mouse work, you know, right. But yeah, it's sort of funny. We definitely change how we work on things. So I'm debating about maybe leaving that little spot up, not cutting it off. We'll see. If it starts getting in the way and it starts looking funny, then we might take it off. Like if it keeps getting caught and bent, then we're going to want to remove it because that doesn't look very professional if your fussy cut won't stay. Or I bend it. I could, just flopping it over, just be a weird little thing in the back. We'll see. But yeah, so I did a lot of diamond painting on Sunday. So yes, if you're not getting your mojo or you aren't in the mood to do journaling crafting, what are you guys up to? What do you fall back on when you can't paper craft? Or what other paper crafts do you use? What other paper crafts do you do? Are there other things that you rely on or reach for when you can't? I may actually not have another one. I thought, oh, I don't have another one of these, and I think, nope, I finished it off in the altered book. Yeah, what do you guys rely on? What do you go to? Do you just read? Do you watch movies? Do you do things like my diamond painting as a paint by number type of ordeal with little itty bitty drills? I'm trying to see which way I want to go with this. If I want to go down the side or if I want to go... I'm thinking this one can stick out a little bit, and we can do this, and we can do, you know, overlap this and just sort of, we can do it like that way. Oh, I sort of like that, so that maybe I don't have to go up and above. We can do it at an angle down here. Okay. So yeah, let me know. What's your go-to when you don't, I know a lot of ladies will just watch movies or videos until they get inspired. But sometimes that can be just as overwhelming. We get all kinds of inspiration, and then we're like, oh my gosh, I can't do it all. How am I supposed to get into that? I think that's why I don't watch some videos sometimes, because I would be totally inspired, but I could... Actually, I was doing it the other day. I was watching something, and I was like, oh, I could get easily overly inspired. I'd want to do it all, right? I'm like, oh, I should start sketching again, and I should use markers, and I should do this. And I'm like, oh, let's not overdo it. Let's keep to your strengths. I am crocheting, which... trying to make a cute little mini pillow. I was just looking for something to keep my hands busy, and there was a cute pattern, real simple, single crochet, double crochet ordeal. And so I have a little bit of orange and green yarn left over from a large green door stopper that makes a cute pumpkin. Oh my gosh, I adore that pumpkin. It's actually been out all year in my bedroom. It's terrible. I have to dust the poor thing off quite often. But it's a great doorstop because my door does not go either way, and I don't like it slamming back, so I had to keep it open. And so, yeah, no, I made it good. So I have leftovers, and so I was like, well, so I'm making a cute however far the orange will go, and then I have the green to match. So one side will be green, one side will be orange. It'll be some cute little silly decorative pillow that I'll put somewhere. Probably end up in one of the cats' boxes so they can sleep with it. One of the cats is bound to want to sleep up against it because a number of my cats actually, I have 2 of them that actually like sleeping on the Afghans or near the Afghans. So I thought, well, especially when I have 2 different ones. I have a thin one out here for summer that goes in a box, and then I have a thicker one as it gets colder and they want to be out here. So actually, given hopefully another month, I can actually put the thicker crochet blanket in their box so that they stay warmer when they're out here hanging out with me. So, all right, so there we go. Though, even though it's rounded, that one will stay flat. I don't think I'll try to curve it up. We'll let it be messy and whatever. So there we go. I love that. That actually came out so easy, right? A word, a fussy, some lace, and you've got a little bit of an extension on the journal card that you were given, right? I cornered them. I finished the ink job. Make sure they have something on the back, whether it's a piece of paper you glue it down to, eco dyed or coffee dyed, or even just like there's parchment papers, and there's all kinds of really fun that non-white colors out there. Glue it onto something or print, depending on what you're able to do. And, just expand the idea. I love Noel. I love that. I love that. Oh, surprisingly, I want to add a little bit of darkness. Sometimes I want a little bit more dimension, even to our cream. There we go. Grungy it up a little bit. Okay, so we have him here. We've got that behind it. We've got a simple Christmas here. And you... All right, let's get our red on there. I seem to like my red around my words here. And my silly little foam cushion sponge thing. There we go. I don't use the red except for, brief periods of time of the year. So I'm like, oh, I don't feel like pulling out So we know we want that. Now, what are we going to do with it? I feel like this tiny little something. Of course, we just use the tiny little thing, which was the, what is this? Oh, it's on a piece of paper. No, that won't work. I have smaller, but I think that it's just dark on dark, so that's not going to really help per se. There are these itty bitty, he's sort of cute, but I don't know if we might be getting a little too much here. If I do that, and that, it's 3 shapes. I don't want to get into his head. Let me cut this one real quick and see if I can get a feel for the actual stamp. There's the red one with him. Oh, she's cute too, though. That one. There's a little girl looking underneath there. That's with Santa. I sort of like this one since we're sort of doing that. And I don't know. I don't want to cut off the potential of what it looks like an old stamp, but I will just ink it and it'll just have to expand wherever it is. And I have it on sticker paper, so it'll make it easy. I have a vertical, a horizontal, a circle. Trying to see what we can do. Right. Circle is just for another shape, but then I don't know. Nope. I don't know if I like any of that. Okay. Unless we do it the other way. Got planes flying overhead. That aren't helicopters. All right. Let's see. Let's get this ink so I don't really see too much white. I want to keep that weird white. Couldn't cut it off. I am not sitting there trying to cut all those tiny little guys out. Where the twas. And here I am. I'm going to end up decorating on the bottom, aren't I? And then the whole point was trying to avoid that. I was trying to go across the top to bring it up because we see the top and not the bottom. It's a jigsaw puzzle, right? It's a constant playing with the I mean, I could just do the red and green strip. If I could do that, I could do it down the side, actually. Go red and green strip, this off the edge of it. I could do a half circle behind it. This one's definitely more all paper, you know, kind of cluster. I really love this. It's super cute. Twas the night, but it definitely ends up just going somewhere else. It's just, I can't figure out how to cluster it up there. Unless it doesn't go there and it is just this. Like maybe it is a little bit of more that. And that piano paper is sort of our off to the edge here, right? So if only I could, yeah, I can't. I was like, the only thing I could do is brush some stickle, some white crystals, like crystal looking stickle over that, just to give it some, usually we use it to outline stuff, but we could use it in a different manner. I've got, which one is this? That's Stardust. I have green, but frosted lace, which not my work. Diamond. Icicle. I have a green, no, but I have a feeling that's going to be a little bit more like that up there, and that might be too much. We'll do a few things. I think we'll do those two. Not together. Oh, I even have red, though. Ooh. Maybe I do red. I don't know. I'm trying to decide how much do I want it to stick out, obviously, and how much it doesn't. All right, so we're going to finish off with this one. This is what we're going to do, and then I'll let you guys go. So I think these two are good, and I think to make this sort of an extra piece around his hat, and I can even put the red on his hat to make it stick out, but I either want to brush the green or the frosted lace over it. I'm not going to try to outline anything. I'm not trying to do anything in that nature. I don't want it something super specific because I don't feel, wow, I have so many brushes that need some work. There we go. I want to just brush it across as if it was a type of glittery ribbon, where the, what's the word is? The music paper is behind it. So that's what I'm trying to create the illusion of. Okay. And I am cutting into this. Now I can cut just red, or I like the red and green, I think, because I want that contrast. I want more color than just red and gold. So I am making this thinner as if we were going to cut a piece of ribbon in half. I want to take the pattern of this, cut it in here. Ooh, I did not go tall enough. Shoot. I'm like, wait, I didn't go tall enough. I thought I had, and then I didn't. Now that could be covered up with that possibility. Bring it up here, corner it. We could make that work. Okay, we can hide it. But before I put it down, move it over. Let's see what we're gonna do. I think it needs to be just a simple glitter. I would love to do the green, and we'll have to play with that green on that one. So what I'm thinking is just to do it in here and wipe it over, right? Just to give some glitter. I am going to somewhat try to avoid the hat, so it has its own, but I'm just going to sort of paint it on. Because we're not trying to specifically outline anything to get it to stick up. There's a little water base, so it is going to change the color of the paper, which is okay, because, well, yeah, it's, but see, there's a little bit of a sheen now. Okay, we're just going to try to rub the rest of it on this little guy, and we'll use it elsewhere, right? So I'll make sure I clean that up, though, so I don't ruin another. That makes me wonder how bright that green is now for something else. I'm like, we need to play with the green for a second. Just for a second. I haven't used it yet, so I wanted to see just what kind of, I think it's more evergreen, more emerald. I do not think it, looking at here, it's definitely more emerald than anything else we've got, and brushing it off, brushing it around. Yeah, it's more of an emerald green. Definitely more of an emerald green. But that's okay. We will use this. I will have to turn this into something else. Oh, you know, I could put the acrylic bobble thingies on them and make it a thing of that. Okay. Oh, there's always something, right? Okay. let's get, so this is sort of, and I didn't go all the way over because I had a feeling we were going to be able to hide enough of it. Ink my, but there we go, ladies, a little mass decorating as we sit here and make sure that we get some words. We picked what we had 3 words and 1 definition, and then decided how to cluster or group together what we needed. You know, this is how this is going to glue. I just realized, but it's all right. Might be still a little damp. So that's the only thing is it is slightly water-based, I believe, the stickles. So I don't know how well that will stick. But I'm going to let it glue down and, you know, dry, and we'll, you know, add more glue if I need to later. Yeah, this is where I did one job and didn't like what I had done. And so I reprinted on the back and figured, well, I will cut these perfectly and I'll know which side I need. There we go. I'll let her stick out a little bit, but I might round, I have to round the bottom corners. The bottom we're going to let it round out because that I feel should fit and let it blend in with what we designed. There we go. Top can be a little bit more. I'm definitely have to come back when it dries and add more glue. That I do see. Because right now nothing's really sticking to the stickles that are drying. Stickles are a little water-based, so it does change your color a little bit, which is okay. But we now have something sort of glittery up here. And if I wanted to later, now that we see what that is, I could tag on a little bit of green in a few spots. Once it dries and I see where it looks like, I may put a little green where the lines are. And it's giving us another sort of lacy border piece. But we're going to leave the top the way it is. I don't think... That's a sticker. And what did I do? I tried to glue it down, didn't I? Yep, well, it's going to stay that way. I'm like, I keep forgetting those were stickers. Yeah. And it's sticker paper. It's not going to, I mean, for the most part, nothing's going to shift. But yeah, it is damp here, so it's struggling just a little bit. So the moment this dries, I will make sure I reinforce all the stickies here. But let's add a little ink here, and we will be ready to go, ladies. The first set of, and gentlemen, our first set of ephemera are starting to take shape in our lovely bag pocket, right? Ephemera holder and cover. I believe it's going. I have a feeling it's going to become a cover to the journal that we just went over. So that my cute little ordeal. Okay. That is definitely wet. I'm all move. Here we go. So this gets tucked in here. So you see there's potential of something on here. You see this beautiful card has some decor. You can tell that these things have something going on within the ephemera. So you know that it's just not a card sitting there, but it's all writable. It's nothing super crazy where you can't write on it because sometimes too bumpy, right? Makes it a little hard to write on. But we would continue with the same thing, especially when you have tags. It's so much fun to decorate the top of it because usually we end up leaving it pretty bland up here when we, end up doing it all, a different way elsewhere. So you put all the fun stuff on the bottom and then like, oh, well, wait a minute, we have all this top section, which is great. This lets us put a hole in it. It lets us put a ribbon through it. It lets us decorate it. Oh, he's the same as that. Who knew? I didn't even put the 2 and 2 together. Do I need to flip those around? And he's that. So let's flip those 2 around. There we go. Let's put this guy over here and vice versa. I was like, I didn't even catch that. There we go. So, yeah. So we want to decorate, I love that he's on top. So, he's ready to go. Lets you write something on the back if you want. But here we're going to decorate more up here. So that's because that's what is going to be seen on the top of the pocket. So hope you all enjoyed our little late night or late afternoon Merry Monday as we sit and decorate up some digital journal cards that you just print, glue down, print on the back, and do a little decor to make them stick out and stand out beautifully within the journal that you've created. So thank you all so much again for joining me. I do not know what Wednesday will be. Hopefully it's a Wednesday or Thursday. journal with me. Not sure what it'll be at this point. I will probably just go ahead and finish these on my own because it's ephemera. We all see it, but I will show it off. And then, what else? I don't know what else we got going. Not too much else. Yeah, but I know I have a few ideas, so I have to decide if I can get it together while having projects open and ready to go, and get it out to you. So just a bit really quick though, before I forget for sure, just in case, I know we're talking about Christmas, we're working on Christmas, but if you need a last minute autumn need, there is an autumn journal creative kit still in the shop. There's one with the beautiful yellowy green decor floral, leaf. There's one with a burgundy leaf. It comes with a bunch of embellishments. It comes with fabrics, and one of them being this gold one, big enough to actually make a fabric cover with other pieces to work with. You have organza ribbons. You have crochet ribbons. Napkins are printed papers, file folders, and envelopes, all to help different ways to make your cover. So you've got fabric, you've got napkins, you've got paper, you've got file folders and envelopes, the mailing envelopes that come in the two colors, one white, one brown. So variety of ways to make a couple different autumn journals, along with printed papers to help go in those journals, piano paper. I don't know what else is in here, but quite a bit. There's a listing for it, but there is 2 left. If you are looking for a last minute, I need to put something together, or 2, for autumn, for a friend, for yourself, whoever. And then of course there's a few autumn journals left. I think there's 1 or 2 autumn journals still available, already made, ready to go, also in the shop. So don't forget, I know as we're just getting into autumn, you may already be situated and ready, but if for some reason last minute, or you find somebody who you know goes, oh gosh, I don't have anything and I need to do something, there's the shop. There's a possibility where these guys are still sitting waiting. There's a beautiful journal. There's 2 journal kits all ready to help you with your fall necessities, along with, of course, hordes of other things that are itty bitty bits and pieces, right? That allow you to expand on and accent and accentuate your journal needs for autumn. So love you all very much for that. Just want to make sure I let you know real quick that is still there. And in the meantime, we'll keep going with Christmas and other wonderful gift ideas. Now, I'm showing this off, so I don't know for sure, but like I said, hopefully I get some new raspberry mesh in. And Lorette at Vintage Paper Girl is sending me stuff, so as soon as I can get it done in the next 24 hours, we will have some Christmas items also in the shop that she's made and mentioned in the past couple videos. So keep an eye out for that. It will be hopefully by, if not tonight, tomorrow. I will have a number of things that she's made in the Vintage Paper Girl category, and they are Christmas items that are great gift ideas for you and others to purchase. So, all right, I've done my spill. I've done my creativity. Happy Merry Monday. Happy fall. Hopefully your weather's going well and you are being creative in whatever mojo you have. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I will talk to you all real soon. Bye-bye.